everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having a really good day. I have recorded this Sunday musing multiple times. I apologise for its tardiness. It's because I'm really exhausted and I haven't had a chance to get a proper rest for a really long time. Chicken update, I have just closed the chicken coop up for the day because there's going to be a nasty rainstorm coming through in a second, and you can't see very clearly, but this is Marie, our buff Orpington, and she has started to molt. So she's getting rid of her old feathers. She looks really bedraggled right now, poor love, and she's got new feathers growing through, which is very exciting because she's had to deal with having, oi, don't do that, Carolyn. She's had to deal with having no feathers on her back for the best part of a year, because our old rooster, Charlie, is not our old rooster, he is our new rooster. So our old rooster, whose name was Sally, used to pick on Marie really badly, and he picked out all of her feathers. And chickens don't start molting until they're about 18 months old. So Marie is bang on target. She's starting her first molt, and she's doing really well. Meanwhile, all the youngsters are hiding in here because it's been cold and they haven't wanted to be outside all day. And frankly, I can't blame them. Here they are, hiding in the back of the coop. Let me move this branch back over here. Are you fed up? You are. Okay. And we have a rooster in this lot that needs to go and find a new home because we can't have more than one rooster. Unfortunately, bad things would happen. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. What I want to talk to you about today is your favourite roads for EVs and driving on them. So there are some roads in the world that are really amazing for driving on. Some roads that you just want to go with yourself, your tunes, a nice summer's day, and you just want to drive really well. Apologies for the noise. My wife is getting her office ready. After our daughter moved out, we've now got a second office that's being worked on, and hopefully my wife wants to get set up in that for tomorrow. But there are some roads in the world that are really good for driving, and there are some roads that are really good for driving in an EV, and then there are roads that are really not so good for driving in an EV. I recently got to experience some of the former as well as some of the latter, and I don't know about you, but there are some roads that it just really feels wonderful to be in an EV on. A good example of that was the trails that we did in the Colorado Rockies with Rivian. You know, climbing up those mountain passes, even though I got altitude sickness, it was just a really lovely experience. You could hear the water of the stream, and you could hear the birds, and you could hear the wind in the trees, and it was just really freaking beautiful. And I had a really enjoyable time. But sometimes there are other roads where you're going, you know, I really didn't enjoy that. That was a terrible experience for whatever reason, and I'd rather not drive along that road. Maybe not even drive anything, let alone an EV. So I want to know from you which roads you feel are good for driving an EV on, and which roads are not so good for driving an EV on. And I think you might be surprised. There are some, I think that everyone will go, yeah, these are great roads. And then there are probably others that people go, these roads are terrible. I know that the Angels Crest Highway in California, a road that I got to drive the Porsche Taycan along, was just amazing. But I also know that other people have driven that road and gone, no, I didn't enjoy it in my Nissan Leaf or whatever. So I think you have to match the right car up for the right road. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, thanks for being so patient is the word, that this video is a little bit late. We are trying to fix our schedule, but we all worked way too much. I was away for 2 days last week in California. Everybody is basically maxed out on their hours, and we do need a full-time video editor. And frankly, unless we get one, we might have to change our output, and that might mean that we don't get to do as many videos. And when you don't get to do as many videos, then car companies don't take you as seriously and don't invite you to stuff because they're worried that you're not going to produce the video in a timely manner. And frankly, it's been really horrible. It really has. But anyway, thanks to everybody for supporting the channel, excuse me. And thanks to you if you are one of those amazing Patreon people scrolling by on my right. Thanks on behalf of the entire team go out to the folks on my right for being our $15 to $49 a month patrons. Special thanks to our $50 a month patrons. They are David Janakula, Andrew Martin, Guido Drahoa, Brophy Wolf, Tesla in the Gong, Sean Ueda, Gordon C, Regine Fellows, Anonymous Freak, Jim Burness, Carl Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Ricky Leon, Brian Newton, Laura Sanborn, Rory Litwin and Denny Hyde. And our deepest gratitude to our $100 a month Patreon supporters. They are John Lyons, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, JP Fagerback, Will Graylin, Matthew Drobnik, Christopher Jones, Paul Conway, Ellery Hennesley and Ian. And if you have joined the Patreon crew in the last week or so and your name is not up here, please do not panic. We are very grateful for your support, but we have literally had no time. I had to work Friday, I had to work Saturday, and I've had to work half of today just to try and be ready for next week. So, and the same is true for the rest of the team. So please be patient. Hopefully we'll update the list next week. I know it's not ideal and I know it feels like I'm brushing you off, but I'm not. I'm really, really grateful for all the support that you're giving. And without your support, we wouldn't even be able to think about trying to hire a video editor. So if you'd like to support us, there are links below to Patreon, Bitcoin and Ko-fi if you're not already a supporter. And I'll be back tomorrow with more great content. Keep evolving.